You sure do. And I mean, all these. If you play singles now on the men's tour or the women's tour.
Oh, he got it.
Oh my. I was just going to say, you have to be a great athlete, and they just proved the point right there, right?
There were so many incredible rallies, incredible moments from this event, this PPA Worlds Championships, that I didn't even know which one to open with. I went with that just because, I don't know, I thought it was kind of fun, a little edit. But I almost went with this one.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh, we are only just a couple of points in.
I also considered going with this one, just because of this moment with this little picture-in-picture cam of Duke Duong.
An emphatic finish for the youngsters.
I think this was my idea. Can I take credit for this? We've got a lot to talk about. PPA World Championships was pretty spectacular. A lot of these majors don't really feel like majors. Every pickleball tournament just kind of feels the same, but this one kind of felt special. So props to the PPA for making that happen. There were some massive upsets. There was celebrity pickleball. Also, I'm famous now. I made the Dink newsletter. We'll talk about that. But before any of that, please consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel. It would mean a lot to me. I do put in a lot of effort to these. And also, if you will be doing any holiday shopping, go ahead and check out pickleballcentral.com, and you could use code MATTYP1124, get you some kind of discount. I really don't know what it does. I've never used it. I don't know if anybody's used it, but I think it works. Somebody use it and let me know in the comments if it works. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into the pickle. We kick things off in the round of 16 with Benjamin Johns up against the hot hand Michael Loyd. Michael has made a semifinal run recently, and well, just wait till you see what he did this week. We get a pair of missed returns from Ben there. Michael leading 7-1. He's going to find the line with the backhand. Now up 10-3, trying to close out the first game, and again, down the line passing shot. Takes game one. We pick up game two with Ben Johns leading 9-8. However, he just pushes this shot wide, tied up at 9-9. Michael Loyd's going to get up to the kitchen and just sneak one past Ben Johns, give the signature fist pump. There was a lot of fist pumping this weekend for Michael Loyd. On match point, Michael is able to find the cross-court Ernie winner, and you just love to see it when a guy cares this much, so fired up. You can just tell how much this means to him. Getting a win over Ben Johns is a pretty special moment, but he would not be done. We'll pick up more from him later. And we will stick with Ben Johns. Here we are again in the round of 16, so this was a progressive draw on the same day. CJ Klinger setting the tone early, getting the backhand flick speed up, body bagging Ben. Not an easy thing to do. We saw a lot of this cross-court dinking pattern between CJ Klinger and CJ Colin Johns. But the kids leading 3-0 are going to find another tag on Ben to take a 4-0 lead. On the next rally, we get another backhand flick. And on the next rally...
Oh, just feathers it down the line.
Both CJ and Kwong have that two-hand backhand roll dink in their bag, and it lets you be a little deceptive. They're just disguising it as a speed up down the line. And guys, the kiddos took game one 11-1. Looking to close it out in game two, we get a missed return from Ben. We get another missed return from Ben. We get another backhand flick from CJ Klinger at Ben Johns after Colin leaves it a little high. Kwong Duong is there on the put away. Klinger Duong up 4-1 and just a little bit of a change up speed up from Klinger. I don't know how many times that shot would work out of 100, but it worked that time. The Johnsbros really struggled with these big serves from these teenagers. Now that was a third missed return, and here a short return from Colin just lets them get right up to the kitchen line without even having to work for it. That's definitely a weakness sometimes with Kwong Duong's game. So just gifting them a free trip to the kitchen is not what you want to do. And again, CJ Klinger with that two-handed shot disguises it, holds it, speeds up down the line. CJ and Kwong were just in total control of this match the whole way. There, another body bag on Ben. And here we get a little bit of innovation from the PPA. I threw these circles on just for fun because I'm obsessed with putting circles over pickleball rallies. They ever bring back that show, My Strange Addiction, that would be My Strange Addiction. Anyway, I don't think this is really the camera angle we want to write out a full rally in. It's fun to see every now and then though, and I don't hate the PPA for trying new things. We'll get one more missed return from the Johnsbros just for good measure. Then a Kwong third shot drive will generate the free error before we get to our first match point for the teenagers. And we will also see one last bit of innovation from the PPA production staff.
And an emphatic finish for the youngsters. Teenagers are rocking here on Proton Channel. championship court.
Kwong's dad's reaction are just infinitely more interesting and funny after he makes an error, I'm just going to say. I think there's potential with the Duke Duong cam, but it needs a little bit of work. Maybe not a match point, too. Anyway, Leah Jansen in the quarterfinals here trailed 3-7 in Game 3 against Kate Fahey, trying to make the comeback happen. Kate Fahey just paints that one right in the corner. That is a beautiful shot, so satisfying. But Leah Jansen able to tie it up. In fact, she's going to do more than tie it up. She is going to get back in control. She's going to take the lead with a little bit of help off the net there. Leah Jansen comes all the way back from down 3-7, and after this rally, she takes a 10-7 lead and has match point. But spoiler alert, anytime I am labeling the number of match points, well, it's because there was more than one. In fact, it's usually because there was more than two as well, which was the case here. Leah Jansen not happy with herself after this one, and on the third match point, she was unable to challenge. It did look out to me, but she would go on to miss the next return, tied up at 10-10 now. This definitely feels like a rally that Kate should win, has Leah on the ropes, running side to side, but she just sticks with it, able to get one more ball in, and all of a sudden flips this thing with the two-hand down-the-line winner. Another match point for Leah, the fourth one. We get into a little bit of mini tennis with some big baseline ground strokes from both of these women before Leah eventually decides to charge in behind this slice, deep forehand. Kate is going to catch her reaching, get a ball that sits up, and just rips it. Leah played an incredible match, but just kind of lost it down the stretch there. A missed return again on match point. Third shot drive goes into the net. Kate serving at 11-12. Another missed return. Here, Leah is going to drift towards the middle, maybe expecting Kate to go cross court. Kate sees this, sees that open spot, goes down the line. Leah can't quite recover to get there, setting up match point number one for Kate. Gotta give credit to Kate for pulling out the win, but feels like one that got away for Leah Jansen. Let's hand it off to Dave Fleming for men's quarterfinals.
That's the thing. Do you have the patience to just keep throwing it to the backhand of J-Dub?
Okay, so Riley Newman and Hayden Patriquin, a first-time partnership, trail 8-3 in the second game against J-Dub and Dylan Frazier, and they just decided to change things up. Here, after a ball goes off the net, we will get into a little bit of a firefight, but after it is neutralized, we get right back into dinking, and you can see the spots they are going for. They are looking to make J-Dub dink on that backhand, seeing what he'll give you. Also, notice how many balls Riley Newman takes out of the air, and Hayden Patriquin, patient, waits for the moment, strikes, finds the winner down the middle. They would ride this strategy all the way to a Game 2 comeback victory, and they stuck with it in Game 3 as well. This takes Dylan almost completely out of the match. He is unable to impact the game, and he's so dangerous from that right side. It also limits the opportunities J-Dub has for offense, especially since he seems so keen to just let every ball bounce. That one definitely lets that one get behind him, could have taken it out of the air, and on match point all the way back from that deficit, Riley Newman gets the body bag on Dylan. Let's move on to semis. Here we've got the teenagers again, Kwong Duong and CJ Klinger with a 10-9 lead against Pablo Tellez and Dekel Bar. This is match point in Game 1 for Kwong and CJ.
Oh, no. Wow, completely lost his mind right there.
And what I tell you, Papa Duong Cam is better after an error. We have now flipped it. It is Dekel and Pablo with the game point against Kwong and CJ. Pablo is going to work his way up, join his partner there. Firefight resumes, but it goes into the net on the scorpion attempt from Dekel.
The pancake.
Up 12-11, another game point for Klinger Duong, but this time that big Kwong drive goes into the net. You live by it, you die by it. You know, that's just the way it goes. Tied up at 12-12. This is an awfully clutch moment to break out that shot from Dekel Bar. What a moment. What an absolutely filthy ATP. CJ Klinger thought about it. You can tell the look of regret on his face after he lets it go. And speaking of letting it go, CJ Klinger does that again, and they call it out.
Just deep off the drive. And that ball, oh my goodness, that might have caught, but they don't have timeouts.
No timeouts means no challenge. That means it is game point for CJ and Kwong. We get into a dink rally and we stay dinking until we get one that goes just a little bit wide off the backhand from CJ. Pablo ATP, Kwong defends it. And after a few more dinks, Pablo leaves one up for that CJ backhand flick attack. Kwong there to clean it up. The kids took game 1, however. Game 2 was a completely different story. They lost it 11-1. Here they are trailing 3-6 in game 3. That will make it 4-6 right there. There's Pablo with the speed up. We'll check in on Dad. Not a fan of that one at all. And it was just too much from Dekel and Pablo. They just ran away in game 3. able to advance to Championship Sunday. How about it? Let's do a quick rundown of the rest of the semifinals. Riley Newman and Hayden Patriquin defeated Matt Wright and Federico Staxford. Elise Jones and Tyra Black took Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher to 3 games, but Elise on match point can't quite get back behind that one. Does just manage to stay on her feet though, so that's a win. In the mixed semifinals, we had Christian Alshon and Etta Wright, the Texas Ranchers mixed #1 team, taking down Rachel Rohrabacher and Federico Staxford, and Quang Duong and Anna Bright, a first-time partnership, got taken out by Ben Johns and Annalie Waters. Moving along to singles, remember Michael Loyd? Yeah, we talked about him earlier. Well, he continued his run all the way into the semis where he took out Quang Duong. He is going to play Federico Staxford in the final on Championship Sunday. Hunter Johnson lost to Federico Staxford in the semifinal and would end up with a bronze medal after Quang Duong withdrew from the bronze medal match. In women's singles, Salome Davidze came up short against Kate Fahey. She did play her tight in the first game before Kate ran away with it in game number 2. And the other semifinal, no surprise, was Annalie Waters, who beat Catherine Parenteau on this interesting game point, match point rally.
Oh. Oh, it's good. Oh my, no it's not. Annalie calls it wide. Oh, I don't know, Adam. I don't know. I think it's good.
Hey, Owza.
We'll take a quick detour to check out some celebrity pickleball on Game Point. Golden Tate with the nasty Nelson on Chris Humphries. How about it?
And right into the upper chest
Way.
of Chris Humphries.
Golden Tate.
A little bit later in the exhibition, get your popcorn ready because we have T.O. Terrell Owens, who honestly looked like he hadn't played too much pickleball. It's funny, he's super athletic, one of the greatest of all time, but just did not know what he was doing out there. And Tyson McGuffin pays the price with a clean dome shot body bag from Chris Humphries.
He was due for a body bag.
All right, back to the real pickle. We have Annalie Waters tied 8-8 in game 2 with Kate Fahey. Annalie took game 1. And here she is just going to work Kate side to side, getting her some cardio before she is able to put it away off screen on match point. No trouble for Annalie Waters, who sometimes struggles closing out matches, needs a few match points to get it. But Kate just misses that same deep corner shot she nailed against Leah Jansen. We'll move on to men's singles. I'm doing these out of order, as you can tell by how the shadow is going to be jumping around in these. Now, this one was all Federico Staxford early. Here up 3-0, he's going to get Michael running. He'd get it all the way up to 10-0. This is pickle point for Federico Staxford, but Michael Loyd says, "Nuh-uh, I'm not getting pickled." He would get 1 point, and he wasn't done there. He's not going to come back and win this game, but he did build a little bit of momentum going into game 2. He really likes that Ernie. I feel like you don't see that as much in singles. Ultimately, though, Federico Staxford, just too good, too strong, gets the win in 2 games, 11-3, 11-7. But what a run for Michael Loyd. Per usual, mixed doubles on PPA Championship Sunday was a little bit of a snoozer. Everything was going the way of Ben Johns and Annalie Waters, including this block from Ben Johns, which just catches the line. Christian Alshon wants to call it out, but what can you do? On match point, Ben and Annalie are able to close it out, get the clean sweep, get their 1 millionth gold medal together or something. And it's kind of funny, we get a match-ending foot fault call. I feel like you don't always see that. It's kind of rare, kind of funny to see. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Mixed doubles is over. Let's move on to men's doubles. Riley Newman looking to get back on top of the podium. It's been a while since his gold medal. He has not won one since splitting with Matt Wright. Matt Wright has won one. I don't know if he cares about that, but I'm just saying. And that ATP will go a long way to helping his cause. Declan Pablo didn't think it was in. Riley challenges. They win the challenge. That ball was called in the end. Here, Riley taking over, getting big in the middle. Declan pushes it deep on game point. We move on to game 3. Riley and Hayden up 9-8. We're going to get another ATP, this time from Hayden. Deckel can't quite get it over, and on match point,
Patriquin. And a big drive from Riley Newman on the third to close it.
And that takes us to our featured match, women's gold medals. We have Anna Bright, Rachel Rohrabacher versus Catherine Parenteau and Annalie Waters. There were so many good rallies in this match, including this one early in game 1. Catherine gives such a sharp angle there. Rachel Rohrabacher somehow gets to it, gives the ATP up, but Anna able to defend it, and now defense has gone to offense. The girlies have retaken the kitchen. They're trying to keep their opponents back, but what's this? A drop shot. Catherine able to get to it, skidding on the court, and gets the put away offense to defense to offense. Just so many incredible rallies in this match. You'll also notice that AL and Catherine are incorporating the same strategy that they have in recent meetings, with Catherine playing a little bit on the left, playing straight up, not really stacking as much, and it just felt to me like the middle was more open than usual. Is that Catherine's ball? Is that Annalee's ball? When you're playing half your rallies on the left, half your rallies on the right, maybe it's just a little bit harder to know who's going to be there. Annalee is going to be looking to get aggressive no matter where she is, and Rachel and Anna are going to be targeting Catherine Parenteau no matter where she is. Now, I've had the pleasure of having Anna Bright join the channel twice to talk about these matchups, and you'll know if you've watched those videos how important it is to her to get off to a good start, and they did just that, taking game 1 11-4. In game 2, AL and Catherine would get up to an early lead. There's AL aggressive from the left side, up 3-1, serving now from the right side. And here's some of the logic of having Annalee on the right. She's still so good from there, able to find offense, able to put the ball away with that two-handed backhand. Here she is, though, now at 4-1, back on the left, and again, pulled out wide. The middle is open. Who's going to take the next ball? Here, this time, the exact opposite. She's pinching hard middle.
Shallow, even in the kitchenette. Not all the way deep, let alone that far. That's too easy.
I should probably also mention that Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher also were playing straight up. There's Anna on the left, down the line for the winner. Now we have Rachel on the left side. And once again, success attacking down the middle. Despite having an early lead, AL and Catherine would find themselves trailing 6-7. Here again, we will see they're going to get a pretty good look at this. They get to hit aggressive balls. They get to hit down on the ball. But after Anna Bright is able to keep this one alive, the middle is still open. With an 8-6 lead and the advantage in this rally at the kitchen line, hammering away at the ball, keeping your opponent back, we're going to get another attempt at a drop shot, this time from Anna Bright. Catherine Parenteau skids into it once again.
Down. And back up. That's a momentum swinging point right there for Waters and Parenteau.
Is it ever? What a sliding get.
Now, when I submitted my highlights to Guess Your Duper on Pickleball, Anna Bright had an awful lot to say. But who did it better?
This is so epic. This is like a way better blooper reel than I could compile for myself. Oh my gosh.
Hit it, and then this just got weird.
At 9-8, we get Anna Bright on the right, speeding up cross court, getting the body bag on Catherine Parenteau, and at 10-8, another down the middle winner.
Rohrabacher strikes through the middle.
Game 3, Anna Bright and Rachel looking to close this out, and we get an ATP from Catherine, defended with a clean winner from Anna Bright on 6-6. There's an old saying, down the middle solves the problem. Up 8-6, we get a big poach from Anna Bright, who puts it away with the two-handed backhand. At 9-6, a little bit of a chaotic rally, started with another poach from Anna Bright. We're actually going to get an uncalled foot fault here from Annalee Waters trying to poach, but it did not matter in the end, and it set up this match point.
Anna Bright seals it. Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher are your 2024 World Champions in Dallas.
So before we move on to some charts, which I know, exciting stuff. It's been a while since we've done some PPA charts. Let's do one quick rundown across the entire winner's circle for this event. Of course, the women's doubles championship was won by Rachel Rohrabacher and Anna Bright. They defeated Annalee Waters and Catherine Parenteau, and it was Elise Jones and Tyra Black taking home the bronze medal. Now look, guys, I'm just going to put this out here. The last two slams, those are the biggest, most prestigious events, allegedly, in the UPA circuit, PPA world. Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher have defeated Annalee Waters and Catherine Parenteau in those last two slams. Now, if you are the type of person who really enjoys crafting a nice hot take every now and then, you could maybe even put something ridiculous like this out into the universe. Why can't Annalee and Catherine win on the biggest stage? I'm not putting that out there. I'm just saying you could put that out there if you wanted to. In men's doubles, Riley Newman back in the winner's circle. It's been a long time. Very happy to see this. I'm a big Riley Newman fan. I don't even know when that happened. I just kind of one day I was like, I kind of like this guy. I don't know. He's fun to watch. Hayden Patriquin, of course, having a great year. We'll see some charts about that. Pablo Tellez, silver medal with Deckel Bar, who's having an incredible year doing with a bunch of different partners. He even carried Zane to a silver medal. And go figure, Matt Wright and Federico Staksrud take home the bronze medal. So we have Riley and Matt Wright, who of course broke up, Federico Staksrud and Pablo Tellez, who of course broke up, and they're all back in the winner circles. Quang Duong and CJ Klinger also got 4th place in this event. In mixed doubles, per usual, it was Annalee Waters and Ben Johns, as we saw, against Etta Wright and Christian Alshon. Go Ranchers. Good little warm-up match for them ahead of the playoffs. And Federico Staksrud and Rachel Rohrabacher took home bronze in this over Anna Bright and Quang Duong. Women's singles, Annalee Waters defeated Kate Fahey. Salome Davidze takes home the bronze. Men's singles, it was Federico Saxford and then Michael Loyd, who's in Austin now. His post-match interview, he was soliciting some sponsors. I think we need to get him in some Pickle Ranch gear. And taking home the bronze was Hunter Jansen. Quang Duong got 4th place in that event as well. So I tweeted this coming into the event. He was a triple crown threat. But when you take home 3 4th place finishes, I think we call that a triple frown. Now let's dive into some charts. And it's been a while since we've done these PPA, I guess UPA charts, whatever you want to call them now. I don't have the full data updated, but I did go ahead and pull in all of the medals data so we can do our 3-2-1 medal count chart and just our gold medal count charts for 2024. Let's take a look. So for women's singles, we'll start off with our 3-2-1 weighted medals chart. Again, 3 points for a gold, 2 for a silver, 1 for a bronze. Just really quick at a glance, seeing who is getting the best finishes in this discipline. No surprise to see Annalie Waters in a league of her own. But after that, there's definitely been a little bit of an upheaval this year. I would have said Catherine Parenteau, Leah Jansen, probably 2 and 3 coming into the year. But now, might have to give the nod to Brooke Buckner or maybe even Kate Fahey. Just what Kate Fahey has done since bursting onto the scene in August, since she quit her job and has gone full-time pickleball, is truly remarkable. And here we can see the gold medal tally. After this event, Annalie Waters has won 11 golds. Brooke Buckner has the second most with 3. Then we have Leah Jansen and Kate Fahey with 2, followed by Mary Brascia, Salome Davidze, and Judith Castillo, each with 1 gold medal. In men's pro singles 3-2-1 weighted medal chart, Federico Saxford has separated himself from the field, including from Ben Johns. He has been so consistent at getting onto the podium. He has not been as prone to those early round upsets that we've seen Ben take. In the last couple of months, you've got to give a shout out to Hunter Jansen. Look at that little blue line coming in strong down at the bottom. Looking at the 2024 gold medal for men pro singles, again, Federico Saxford just narrowly edges out Ben Johns. And then Connor Garnett has 2, and then there are 4 players each with 1. Chris Hayworth, Hunter Johnson, Quang Duong, and Dylan Frazier, who won the very first event of the year. In men's pro doubles 3-2-1 chart, this is the most interesting chart. You can just see how the Johns Bros had such a long drought where they just were not getting results, constant upsets. They seem to have returned to form to some degree, although it's still just not the same dominance as we were accustomed to seeing in 2023 and 2022. In fact, J-Dub and Dylan were outpacing them until they hit a little bit of a slump of their own. Federico Saxford has had an incredible year partnering up with a number of partners after the split with Pablo Tellez, as we talked about earlier. Young players like Hayden Patriquin and Gabe Tardio have truly arrived. Also, you have got to give a shout out to Deckel Barr, who, as we mentioned earlier, just having an incredible year. Ben and Colin still do have the most gold medals with 7 apiece. Dylan and J-Dub each have 5. There are a handful of players with 3. Federico Saxford, Gabe Tardio, Andre Deascu, Hayden Patriquin. In women's pro doubles, our 3-2-1 weighted medal chart, we can again see Annalie Waters and Catherine Parenteau. To no surprise, are the class of the PPA. Of course, Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher not too far behind them. After that, there's not really a clear-cut third best team. If we take a look at the gold medal chart, Tina Pisnik and Leah Jansen are the only other team who actually has a gold medal in women's doubles this year. We have a clear top 1 and 2. And after that, it's just kind of your personal preference. Who do you like? Who do you think the third best women's doubles team is on the PPA Tour right now? Let me know in the comments. And last, we will take a look at mixed. Ben Johns actually stands alone even above AL in this stat because he, of course, played a few with Etta Wright when AL missed a few tournaments. Anna Bright has been partner hopping since the split with James Ignatowicz. She still finds herself as the clear-cut number 3 player by this metric. After that, we've got J-Dub and Georgia Johnson. And when you take a look at the gold medal count for mixed doubles, that gold medal from Gabe Tardio and Jesse Irvin becomes clear that that was a pretty remarkable achievement by them. So those are all the charts we have. One other thing I want to talk about. I was in the Dink newsletter. I didn't even know this was going to be happening. I got a nice little feature. I've been doing these edits. I think they're a ton of fun. Dink circles. Dink and dots. They've been doing really well when I share them on Instagram, even on Twitter. A few of them have done okay on YouTube Shorts. Generally, I just think these are just kind of a fun way to do it. Also, if you have some clips and you want me to do some edits like this, if you have a kitchen cam, a camera set up sideways right by the kitchen, post it on Twitter, tag me in it, or shoot me a DM, and yeah, it might be kind of fun to make some Dink and dots, Dink circle edits for amateur play. And I think that'll probably do it. I'm recording this on Wednesday night. I don't know when I'm going to upload it. On Thursday, I will be recording a little podcast preview with Eric Tice once again for the upcoming MLP semifinals and finals. I'll be trying to upload that on Monday. so stay tuned for that. Additionally, I'm still trying to get out a video of a tournament I played with my dad. He had the highest duper in the bracket, I had the lowest duper in the bracket. It's just taking a while to get that edit together when there are so many tournaments. But if that's something you're interested in seeing, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll prioritize that. Oh, additionally, if you want to support what I'm doing here, you can become a member. For just $1 a month, you will get access to Basil the dog stickers and emojis. You can drop those down in chat. Shout out to my 2 members right now, Daniel K., who definitely isn't my brother, and David McConnell. They both have earned the official title of Basil Buddies. You guys don't have to do this. It's just kind of I just did it for a laugh. I was actually pretty surprised to see anybody even signed up. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. And if you made it this far, enjoy some bloopers and highlights.
Yeah. There it is. Yep. Good shot. Winner. Yeah, that's gonna be a good angle for that. Got there. Why does it have to be so far? It's a perfect ball.